Someone passed away in their sleep last night. Someone somewhere drew their final breath while unconscious, unaware that their last day had come to an end. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll possess something they'll never reclaim, another opportunity, another dawn, another revival from the brief oblivion we know as sleep. The Romans coined the phrase memento mori, remember you will die. But they overlooked the other side. Each morning, you don't merely recall death, you overcome it. You emerge from unconsciousness, from the emptiness, from a rehearsal of non-existence. And how do most of us respond to this everyday miracle? We grumble. We whine. We long to slip back into the void. Marcus Aurelius didn't pen his meditations for your sake. He composed them for himself amid the carnage of war, encircled by mortality, grappling with why he continued to awaken while his comrades did not. His writings weren't abstract philosophy, they were survival tactics from a man who grasped that every dawn is a minor wonder disguised in ordinary wrapping. There's a feeling you've experienced but never labeled. It occurs in that fleeting instant between sleep and awareness, when you're neither dreaming nor fully alert. In that space, you embody pure potential, no history, no tomorrow, no setbacks, no anxieties, just raw, unshaped being. The Stoics devoted their lives to recapturing that state while conscious. And today, I'll reveal their methods. These aren't hidden truths, they're overlooked because we've grown too refined to notice the evident. We've overcomplicated the profound and overthought our instincts. The 5 practices ahead won't align with your contemporary mindset. That's ideal. Your modern mindset is precisely what's holding you back. Ancient fighters employed these before combat. Enslaved individuals used them to claim liberty amid bondage. Rulers applied them to maintain clarity while governing empires. They succeed not through ease, but through targeted discomfort, like realigning a fractured bone for true healing. If you're seeking soft motivation, stop here. If you want reassurance that you're unique simply for breathing, seek elsewhere. But if you're prepared to learn why the Stoics viewed comfort as the soul's adversary, why they pursued hardship as others chase indulgence, then brace yourself. This path starts with a basic truth: you will die, but not today. And since not today, you must truly live, not merely exist, not just persist, but live. Before we delve deeper, make a pledge. Engage with this content as a vow to yourself. Follow for ongoing reminders of your potential. Share it with someone who needs awakening. And resist the urge to rush ahead. True change defies haste. Affirm below: today, I emerge from my own ruins. Now, let's begin. The Ancestors' Vigil. In the pre-dawn shadows, Japanese samurai engaged in a ritual the Stoics would instantly appreciate. They communed with the departed not through mystical rites, but via stark recognition that every soul who ever existed confronted mornings like yours. And now they're gone. Someday, the same will be thought of you. Epictetus, once enslaved, remarked, "You are a little soul carrying around a corpse. Each morning, you enliven flesh that would otherwise decay. You are the spark animating the matter. Absorb that deeply. Your form without awareness is mere biology. Yet here you are, directing this assembly of particles into a new day." The Ancestors' Vigil unfolds this way: in those initial seconds of awareness tomorrow, before your sense of self reassembles, before you recall your role, question: how many throughout history would have sacrificed everything for the issues I'm tempted to lament? Your challenging work gladiators would have envied it. Your tangled relationships, those lost to isolation in epidemics, would have cherished them. Your monotonous habits, captives in labor camps, would have deemed them bliss. This transcends mere thankfulness. Gratitude is too mild. It's about acknowledging you've struck a universal jackpot simply by awakening in an era where your gravest morning dilemma is selecting a coffee variety. Your forebears endured glacial eras, beasts, illnesses, conflicts, and scarcities so you could recline in a climate-regulated space, pondering whether to browse social feeds first. The samurai held that reflecting on mortality before strife rendered them unbreakable, not fearless, but aware they were already transient, so they strode with grandeur. Each awakening is a victory over the supreme foe, oblivion. All else is secondary. Practicing the ancestors' vigil transforms you. The legacy of those who preceded, who toiled and perished to forge your reality, that legacy doesn't weigh you down, it elevates you. It straightens your stance. It disperses trivial worries like fog under sunlight. You aren't isolated, you're the apex of an enduring lineage of victors tracing to life's origin. Conduct yourself as such. The Predator's Awakening. Deep within you lurks an element modern culture has sought to extinguish. The Stoics termed it thumos, the spirited essence. It craves not ease, but triumph. Not over others, but over the feeble self that emerges in complacency. Cato the Younger traversed Rome's winter paths unshod, not from poverty, but to nurture what others neglected. He kept his inner hunter vigilant, that primal force, viewing comfort as gradual demise, identifying leisure as the foe's initial strike. Tomorrow, as awareness stirs, remain still, no twitch. Lie as a stalker in wait, but your quarry is your own frailty. Sense your form yearning to extend, to sigh, to retreat, to slumber. Refuse it, not cruelly, but authoritatively. You're instructing a biological vessel on command. Marcus Aurelius noted, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Your body's opposition isn't adversarial, it's your training ally daily. You rehearse conquering the sole true rival, the stagnant you. Heed this, though it may jar your tamed thoughts, embrace the unease of rousing, not endure it, not accept it, but cherish it. Like a boxer relishes muscle fatigue, a diver savors icy immersion, a hunter adores the pursuit. The Predator's Awakening means rising ravenous, not for sustenance, but for trials. Survey your day for the toughest task, the one you dread, and feel anticipation build. You grasp what society has erased. Humans are top predators, misled into sheepdom. Every hurdle is prey, unaware of its fate. Activating this shifts ancient codes in your being. Your breath alters. Your bearing adjusts. Your gaze sharpens. Obstacles morph into chances to demonstrate resilience. Stress signals that cripple others invigorate you. This isn't forced optimism or denial. It's affirming your heritage of conquerors who bested ancient threats, and that inheritance persists despite today's mild perils like critical messages. The Predator remains, restless, awaiting your call. Comfort has obscured your potency. The Predator's Awakening reaffirms daily, you're not victim, not mere endurer, you're the pursuer who's been feigning domesticity. The Phoenix Ritual. Nightly, you perish. This is literal. Awareness halts, ego fades, self dissolves into nothingness. Experts label it rest, Stoics saw it as rehearsal for the inevitable. And each dawn grants 17 seconds to select your revival. Seneca enacted what I dub the Phoenix Ritual. He recognized identity as a repeated narrative we accept as truth. But in waking's onset, before the tale resumes, your undefined pure opportunity in known form. In that interval, that holy break between void and self, you can revive altered. Yesterday's sleeper needn't be today's riser. Their missteps, habits, constraints belong to the extinct. They vanished at bedtime. What emerges is your decision. Most squander this renewal by grasping devices, eager to reconstruct prior identity, scrolling to fortify old confines they could evade. The Phoenix Ritual demands incineration before ascent. As awareness returns, affirm inwardly, the one who stumbled yesterday is gone. I am the emergence from those remains. Sense the blaze of change, not cozy heat, but the forge that crafts glass from sand, gems from pressure, legends from the mundane. Marcus Aurelius grasped this: confine yourself to the present. Not mindfulness, but self-definition. The now you carries no baggage unless imported. Daily, abandon yesterday's husk and arise novel. This isn't fanciful reinvention, it's physiological fact. Your cells renew every 7 years. You're physically transformed. The ritual hastens this mentally. Why delay evolution when seconds suffice? With practice, defeats loosen hold their relics of the departed. Limits fade, gauged on obsolete metrics. Fears evaporate, rooted in a vanished assessment. Change eludes most because they don yesterday's guise, recite old scripts, embody prior roles. They cling to known pain over unknown liberty. The phoenix ascends from necessity. The prior form is dust. Tomorrow, recognize your old self as expired. What will you forge from this rebirth? The Sovereign's Declaration. Mornings harbor a split second when you risk yielding your rule. It's swift, unnoticed, another's priority usurps yours, their temperament dictates yours, their view shapes yours. Thus, you relinquish authority pre-breakfast. Marcus Aurelius governed vast realms, yet daily reconquered his core domain, his thoughts. He stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Knowledge and embodiment differ vastly. The Sovereign's Declaration shuns platitudes, it's about asserting control. Tomorrow, pre-messages, pre-influences, pre-intrusions, delineate your realm. Rise physically, stand posture shapes mindset, upright signals rule, hunched, surrender. Declare aloud if solitary, silently otherwise, today, I reign supreme over my reactions. Anger requires my approval. Haste needs my agreement. Diminishment demands my complicity. Embrace the unease that's ingrained patterns resisting. You've been conditioned reactive, a marionette to external pulls. The declaration severs those ties with awareness. Epictetus, from bonds to wisdom, new sovereignty meant uncontrollability, not opposition, but immunity to manipulation. When provoked, remain steady, not repressed, but chosen. Respond deliberately, not reflexively. The harsh reality, every emotion is a rapid choice you've forgotten as optional. Insult arrives, you opt to feel it. Neglect occurs, you elect to sense it. The declaration decelerates, illuminates, claims it. This rewires from subservience to autonomy. Shift from why me, to how do I respond. From mirroring ambience to defining it. Royals don't scan devices for validation, they embody it. They claim space without apology, compel adaptation. You rule your inner realm, embody it or forfeit eternally. The warrior's inventory. While you slumbered, adversaries progressed, not people, but entropy, decline, averageness, time. Nightly they encroach, mornings demand assessment of losses and defenses. Spartans prefaced clashes with gear tallies, armor checks, injury reviews, not fearfully, but pragmatically. Combat falters without resource knowledge. Stoics adapted this for the internal fray. The warrior's inventory follows awakening. Survey your psyche as a commander scans terrain. What visions unsettled rest? Their subconscious alerts to threats. What initial thought exposed dreads? That's faux positioning. What physical reluctance highlighted frailty? That's fortification needed. Seneca died nightly, revived mornings but inventoried between. He noted, every new thing excites the mind, but a mind seeking truth turns from the new and seeks the eternal. The timeless struggle is internal, ongoing since humanity weighed comfort against advancement. Tomorrow, allocate 60 seconds precisely, catalog assets, discipline, insight, history. Defenses, values, limits, honed replies. Vulnerabilities, lingering scars, drains, chronic soft spots. This isn't therapy, it's strategy. You're in conflict, whether admitted or not, with forces pushing mediocrity, taming, obscurity. Skipping inventory means blind combat. It unveils, you're mightier in unsuspected ways, freely where denied. True strength surprise, actual weaknesses differ from shame's narrative. You've battled misstrategized from poor self-assessment. Marcus Aurelius commanded troops before self, knowing triumph stems from precise self-intel, not hype. Mornings demand current stock, not wishes, not pasts, but now. With practice, failures cease ambushing you, anticipate, adjust. Distinguish bravado from illusion. You've received 5 transformative practices few uncover, fewer apply, not from complexity, but from dismantling cozy deceptions about stagnation. The ancestors' vigil signals mortality. The predator's awakening affirms your hunter nature. The phoenix ritual shows self as elective. The sovereign's declaration makes response voluntary. The warrior's inventory confirms the fight's authenticity. Tomorrow's awakening isn't assured, it's bestowed. Those opening instants shape living versus mere persistence, choice versus reflex, rule versus servitude. The Stoics crafted human manuals for harsh realities. Every dawn qualifies as harsh, awareness in a finite vessel amid boundlessness. This concludes, but your application starts. Engage if primed for altered risings. Share with the pursued. Follow for persistent cues that ease erodes essence. Above all, select one practice tomorrow. Conquer it before advancing. Change is endurance, not rush. Each dawn, defend or advance. Affirm, tomorrow, I rise as conqueror.